something along those lines, or even going towards the Jason, opting in towards this poke comp instead.
Well, we've got a treat in the mid lane, Dagda. We've got Asol, obviously the back. Hope is incredibly low. Still has the heal. Beisheng now moving into the top lane. Morgan's there. Audi's on the wrong side of the alcove, and Morgan's going to follow him straight on over. He knows it's already done for. In goes the spiders, and in goes first blood for WE.
Big mistake from Audi. You've got to expect...
Just the scuttle crab is enough. They knew Morgan was going to make his way over. They decide to back off. Another fight in the bottom lane. These guys will not stop. Straight onto Mako with the pull, but Missing is low. His aftershock is down. Jomung flashes away, but he drops. And they might just get Missing as well. Jumps forward, and a double kill for Hope. TP now coming through from Morgan. He wants to answer for this one, and Hope is the target. One more auto, but Hope's cutting away. The stun comes through, and Hope goes massive.
It's a disaster for
Those
W.
very slippery champions. It's very difficult to stop her in her tracks, and will quite often be able to just get away with these invades. Mako wants to make it happen once again. Stun onto Jomung. Ignite is there, and the Haymaker as well. There's nothing you can do. The damage is insane.
When you got to these mid-game fights with Syndra, Kalista, and that Aatrox, you've just added a bunch of skirmishes.
All right, here comes the Herald. Morgan's going to be the benefactor here. Teachmar getting involved as well. He wants to get some of those plates for himself, and they're going to be able to trade towers here. And it looks like WE might actually get the first tower of the game.
Don't forget, when you look at WE, their pick is super high. You've got this Elise, you've got the Aurelion Sol that can set up for success. Even if Missing with a flash depth charge gets onto Hope, that could significantly are able to accelerate their early game so effectively by carrying camps, get to that level 9 point where
the Rift Arrow will go the way of EDG. Scout continues to hammer away at this top tower. Look at the plate gold that went in. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what to do with that one, to be honest. It's not good for a lot. I think you should probably be practicing. Here we go. Big fight coming on through Showstopper onto Teachmar, but he walks away with his life. Knock up onto Mako. Haymaker goes wide. Everyone's from WE surviving. Mako misses with the face call. In goes Hope, though, trying to finish some players off. I don't know how on earth WE have survived this fight, but just about everything EDG did missed.
You can see, though, for WE side, that if you can get stuns onto Hope, you have the chance to take him down.
They're getting onto Missing. He has a stopwatch, though, and the Herald will fall before it charges. Missing fails the flash, and he'll be punished for it. Does go down. Kill to Hope there. But again, just one kill, and the Herald was
very little contest.
It's going to put them on soul point for an Infernal Soul, no less. Against a Nidalee, you don't want to lose. And we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if WE are ever going to be able to contest a Teachmar. He's just been found trying to do Grom. Audi's quite happy to select that. Spotted out, decides it's time to back away. Still 2 minutes till the Dragon, but mid tower is defended, and that was ultimately the goal here. As you rightly say, keeping that Bastion alive. Mako pulled in by Missing. Aftershock keeps him safe for now. Hope knocked up, but Missing just about gets away with his life. Mako Haymaker to finish him off. Morgan drops as well. This is all going the way of EDG. Jomung desperate to dish out. Ultimately, 5 members strong. EDG will finally finish that tier 1 tower off. Mako doing a good job to keep track of the fight. You can see him trying to decide targets with his ult. Scout has been found. Stun comes on through. There's the follow-up and a shutdown onto the mid laner. Now, Mako steps forward. He's going to get a pull onto Morgan, but not the stun. And Audi stepped maybe a little too far on his own here. Jomung has arrived to dish out the damage. Morgan happy to tank up the team here.
EDG members here, though.
EDG won the 4v5 here. Dragon goes down, taken by Teachmar. Now onto Audi in the backline. He's desperately trying to do some work. Mako's there, gets a stun. Hope dancing around the fight, but Morgan's onto him, still survives. Voice of Light, Teachmar flashes forward to kill the AD carry. Audi forced back. Junja, desperate to get over the wall, will do so, and Audi forced a flash. They want to try and start this one off, but I don't think they really want to commit to the actual Baron themselves. They want to try and force a fight. Teleport now being channeled by Morgan. WE happy to go for this fight. But Beisheng, in the meantime, has just been caught out and taken out as well. Teachmar now has to get the damage out. Voice of Light across the team. Hope dancing around, stacking up the Rens. Missing will be the next 1-2-4. Flashes away from Hope, but Morgan's going massive. So's Jomung as they're taking out this team. Hope here, still alive. Jomung falls to a beautiful javelin. Get Junja in the Olympics, because this man can throw.
And WE just threw that to start with. They are fully. My word, that went so bad so quickly.
Yeah, and there was a moment there where I thought maybe they could turn it around because Jomung was popping off there.
Down, Junja's just throwing in spears to see if he can pick off someone before this fight kicks off. But WE now trying to move in. We'll find out he actually separated.
Missing going to get a root down onto him, but they can't really kill him in the mean. See you later, Spider. Crushed underfoot. Morgan has to back away as well, and Hope saves his support. Missing now will be found out. And honestly, Dagda, this one is looking all but over.
I set up so many plays for Hope as this Kalista. I know you got a barred up team that's pushing in while that Dragon's going down. This is EDG putting an absolute
check. He has to go forward. He can't just allow these objectives to go down, but when he does, the whole of EDG is waiting with open arms.
It's like a horror, the opportunity for EDG in this top side to shove in completely on him.
I mean, honestly, the big question for me is, how on earth do you get on?
Turn back towards the Baron, and look at Missy below half health. There's
They've got to be quick. They're against a Kalista right here. This might just go down before they can even contest. Audi's on the side. Baron goes down. WE already low. This could be a disaster for Team WE. In they go, Scan of the Week! Oh my days, Morgan falls and Jomung against the world. And it looks like the world is about to be ended. Jomung falls double for Junja. And a 21-5 victory for WE.
It was just an inevitable push from EDG at this stage. It's been long in the making. Kills on the bottom side of the map setting up EDG for success. They played the mid game so well. And after that Baron fight, EDG will pick up first game of LPL Summer 2020.
I mean, honestly, I'm impressed that WE held on as long as they did, but from the point where Hope got the 3 kills early on in the game, this has been all about EDG. Controlled victory here, and the lack of mistakes is what is really impressive about that win.
Exactly, and it's something that, I mean, EDG has always, when you've got the likes of a Leona there, but Rumble going to be picked up. We've actually seen Teach him off play Aurelion Sol into Rumble in top lane, because you know that Morgan's going to be able to come across, which he needs to kind of right now.
Yeah, they're looking to punish Beishang here. Spotted out. The Wolf will reset. Flash from Scout. Gets a ward jump, but Beishang doesn't have anywhere to go, and Junji has head him off. So there's no way out of this jungle. Trying to play the Nidalee style against the Nidalee isn't going to work down.
So you've got Beishang and Teacherma on the way too. This is looking like they want to kill. Oh, I don't know if he got spotted.
I don't think they
spotted
did.
him.
I don't think they did. Here we go. Dive in the bottom lane. There's only 2 caster minions, and Hope is going to hold them away, but Voice of Light pushes him straight into his loving arms. And there go 2 kills, both into the pocket of Jomung. Missing still surviving. Junja wants to get a spear. He's onto Beishang. Equalizer! Scout is on the scene, and you never underestimate the power of Scout's code. And that Beishang wants to do, Junja knows about it.
Yeah, Junji has been... Ooh, hang on, Teacherma.
There's no way out of this one. Showstopper into the lane, pulled back, and will go down. They're going to donate it. No, dodges away. Scout doesn't even get... Oh, sorry, Hope doesn't get himself an assist, but they still any reasonable stage. This time around, he already has both of them in his pocket, so he's not going to be completely useless. Good attempt there from Beishang on the kick, but he's forced back, and now he'll be finished off. Punished for the attempt. Doesn't land it and will go down. Hope gets away with his own life. Equalizer down, and it's all just going wrong for WE. 2 more kills for Junja. Jomung forced away by Audi. Missing will drop. Morgan answers. Gets 1 kill onto the likes of Scout, but that's all he can find.
And as well, now they're able to put pressure onto this bottom lane turret, get a couple of those plates before...
Jomung to try and get a play with his ultimate. Thought he was going to go aggressive there. To Hope, but
a lot of damage that's coming through from just the level advantage that you get and how accelerated you are in your build. So I thought you might have seen the more utility-based style come through, but instead going straight for the Zhonya's Hourglass in response to just potentially Beishang getting into him, kicking this Nidalee back into the wing.
Play like this consistently. If they can get the Nidalee consistently, I don't think there's a question. I think you just play Junji every single game.
And the big difference, I'll run towards the bottom lane to make sure this play right now didn't happen.
This is not what you want. Teach him up, forced away. He's in front of the tower, and he's very, very scared. Mako goes on in. He's happy to tank Voice of Light, but there is going to be the Kalista all keeping him safe. They're happy to tank the tower. Missing, still surviving. They don't actually have the damage to finish them. The tower survives. It's only 1 casualty here. Now Jomung won't be able to defend, and Hope can finish that tower off. 40 seconds until the dragon help from his team, and that is going to be sole point now in favor of EDG. Yet another advantage acquired for them. 6,000 gold up, 3 Drakes as well. And they have a firm grip on this game, it's a fair point to say.
He's
What?
2v1ing!
Jomung, you had flash. I don't understand how you die in that situation. Missing's going to go down as well. What just happened? He's just going to tank up the equalizer anyway. He has to go back to base, surely.
Yeah, he's
He
definitely
survived
got
this
back.
time, though.
Just about. Missing not so lucky, though.
Yeah, he's going to be missing out on this Baron play at this rate because he's pulled back in and will be finished off as well. Hope to grab the kill. I mean, this is a
plan that we saw them enact so well in spring just hasn't come together here. Twice we've seen the Aurelion Sol try and make plays happen, or well, at least in the game, but here we go.
Beishang pushed on back, pulled into the fight, and he gets away, but Mako getting damage down. Jomung is here, but he's forced away, and Audi denies Morgan's flank here. Jomung flashes over the wall. There's a kill for Teachamar, but here comes Audi to finish them all off. Looking to cut down Jomung, who's desperately trying to Aphelios them, and he might just succeed. There's a spear, though. Junjie, once again, the Javelin champ.
Despite Jomung trying to do Aphelios things, I still love the way EDG are playing these team fights. Junjie, please be careful.
He's in a 2v1 right now, but Audi's here, and Beishang needs to be careful himself. Morgan goes in, and they're going to turn this one around. Audi's bitten off more than he can chew, and will fall as well. Mako sees better of that situation. Somehow, they don't want to commit, though, not onto Leona here. Audi's been found, and actually might just get collapsed on. In the meantime, EDG could just rush the Dragon, though, so they need to be careful here on what they commit to. Jomung caught out by the equalizer, trapped in a corner, and there's a lot of poke damage coming on through. Audi's going to find Jomung, who surely will go down, but he's managed to kite for now. The rest of the team now arriving. They're collapsing on in, and EDG, oh my days, the cleave damage. In comes Junjie to win out the fight, but ultimately it's about Teachamar here, because Audi doesn't have the damage. In goes the Sonic Wave, and WE are coming into their own.
I don't know. Mako's not able to get into the right position to get onto the carries, and WE are now finding their groove in this game.
In this series, he is ahead when it comes to that mid lane, and specifically CS. He's going in with a massive stun across the team, but doesn't really connect. Missing goes in, comboing onto Audi, forces the flash. Moonlight Vigil, it's only onto Mako, who pulls everyone in. Equalizer across the team. Scout going so deep, but kicked back and taken down. WE trying to line up the kills, and Jomung is free firing. Junjie flashes away. Audi's trying to escape, but Morgan wants to close that gap. WE take yet another fight, and Morgan's not done just yet. In goes the stun, and down goes the health bar. The croc is bigger than the cat, he says, as Beishang goes now onto Audi. Morgan diving the tower, but he's tanking for too long. Jumps away into the damage, but survives somehow. And it's only missing to fall.
And now,
People like Morgan making a play that's on a knife's edge, and it somehow works out.
I am never going to hear the end of this from you if WE come back into this game.
Like
but
a truck, those stars are going to hit like you'd expect a star to hit. Now onto the Dragon. Junjie has been found out by Beishang. He's just going to be forced away from the pit here. They might just be able to burst this one through. Equalizer down, forcing everybody away. But EDG are completely split up. The cleave damage might be there, though, as it's utter chaos. Hope desperately stacking up Rend here, but it's going to be Teachamar chasing him in the backline while the rest of his team falls apart. EDG cannot win team fights anymore, as missing Morgan and Beishang will chase down Scout. It was Hope to go down to Teachamar, and another fight is WE.
From the Infernum across several members consistently, and that was the big difference in that fight, where there was so much burst that came out from him across multiple members. You had Morgan able to finish people off alongside Beishang, while Teachamar is keeping Hope at bay the entire time.
There's going to be a mid lane inhibitor falling.
See Scout actually getting these ultimates in the correct spots, so that then WE are actually, well, being whittled down by it, rather than just having a nice fire to toast their marshmallows on.
Teleport here from Audi. It is really far back, though. This might just be a tower going down before he can even get in, because Jomung has serious damage. Flash forward from Mako to make the play happen, but Mako just doesn't have the health bar. Down they go. Junjie as well. Beishang trying to get a kick onto the back line. Audi has been spotted, though. Can he finish Jomung off? The answer is going to be no. Audi goes golden, but he's cut down in the end. Aphelios to take the kill. Teachamar in a 2v1 against both carries, but going golden and keeping himself alive. This is going to be the game. We're going to go to 3 for our first series of the LPL Summer Split. Morgan goes in. Hope going to keep himself alive. Everyone's got a stopwatch, but they all fall eventually. Teachamar, the center of the universe. And with a 26-22 scoreline, WE take us to game 2. Or game 3.
Game 3, and what a command. Well, I was going to say kind of way to do it. It was.
And it is going to be locked in. I didn't want to talk too much until it was, but it is. Jomung bringing us the Ash.
But you've also got Beishang here who can come in with these pillars, and it can be a pretty nasty gank to deal with this one.
Well, flash forward for the play here. Jomung gets away, he's exhausted, but missing will be the one to go down. Haymaker onto one, but Audi actually TP'd in for this one. First blood goes the way of Hope.
Ultimate with Morgan's teleport, but still going to be a numbers advantage over towards EDG, so decide to.
Beishang wants to smite here, but he's not going to find it. In comes Teachama, but I don't know if this is a fight that he wants to go for right now. Dragon is incredibly low. Taunt onto everyone. Who gets the Dragon is the question. It goes the way of Audi. Everybody arriving as Morgan TP'd in as well, but Audi's low on HP, backs away. Hope tanking a lot of damage. Audi barely surviving, and Morgan finishes him off. Somehow surviving. Now the slows from Jomung will be massive. Scout the target, but Morgan can't keep going.
WE right now, I mean, you're already kind of behind, but they have brought themselves back into an even when it comes to that gold.
Hook through from Mako here. They're on to missing. Haymaker at the last possible second, but he keeps him alive. No, jump forward from Hope and gets the rend. And once again, it's getting concerning at this stage. Beishang moves in to contest the Herald now, stunned onto missing. But they're quite happy for Scout to use all of his resources onto the support here. Herald down to 2,000 as Audi winning out this 1v1 against Morgan. Herald goes down. It's in favor of EDG, but it's going to be blocked by WE here. It's just going to be a kill for a Herald, but they don't actually get the objective for themselves unless they can follow up here. Beishang falls. JJ now trying to turn it into more as well. Morgan there, but they're going to get the Herald in the end. Now Teachama's alone as well. It's all gone wrong for WE, and it's all gone oh so right for EDG.
It is again a very messy engagement. On your top jungle or mid, this is not exactly a fight you want to take right now.
Actually, the arrow coming straight down onto JJ, just going to force them away. Dragon taken in the meantime, but they're fighting a 3 versus 4. Missing gets away somehow with his life here, and Teachama still surviving as well. Mako tanking on up. Jomung might be left alone here. Flash forwards, and it won't quite finish off any kills. Audi gets onto Morgan.
I realize how much is just this tiny little hop. But anyway, EDG now. Still trying to move in. Oh, missing.
In he goes. He wants to go for a fight. It pulls straight onto Scout. The arrow to follow. Scout doesn't get to play the game anymore. Neither does Jomung, though, because Audi is here to shut him down. And Morgan is going to look to try and answer, getting the damage down onto this Aatrox. There's nothing Audi can do about it. The rest of the squad's here. Knockups galore. Audi has some damage, and he has some healing as well. Finally falls, and Teachama gets himself a hat-trick.
I have no idea why we're
actually pay off when those kills matter more. Time to find out, I guess, because Mako gets a play onto 2. Showstopper onto Hope. In comes Teachama as well, but the Zhonya's keeps Hope alive for now, but slowed and finished off. This CC chain is just so obnoxious. And now on towards this mid lane turret. And I don't think there's much that you
tell why the Ocean Dragon is going down. So we'll see maybe a play towards topside.
So at least it's a trade of objectives here for EDG. Certainly not losing control of things just yet. Taking a look at the gold, I'm surprised how much gold Scout has comparatively to the rest of the players.
Of their team composition right now, they can definitely look to extend that super effectively.
It's going to be a trade of towers here.
It's only a matter of time, though. WE will be able to push in sideways, get the vision control, and then look to flank with Beishang.
Beishang is in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the CC arrow straight onto JJ. Teachama in onto everyone, but JJ survives. And Audi gets a bit of a knock-up. Everything used here by WE, but they're not able to commit to any kills. 2-man taunt comes through from Teachama. The follow-up damage isn't quite there. Mako pushed back into everyone, missing against the world, pulls them all in. 1 kill for Jomung, and the rest of the squad falls as well. And in the blink of an eye, WE do a decent job. Audi and Scout here to contest though.
WE now will be able to finish off this Baron, but they have to be careful. Teachama's rather low in the back.
They're going to try. Scout desperate to do what he can here. Teachama's in trouble, but survives. Scout of the week isn't going to finish anyone, but Baron finishes Morgan. It is going to be taken by WE in the end. Audi trying to finish players off, trying to remove these Baron buffs. Jomung's in trouble. He still has flash. He wants the fight right now. Will go for the volley and flashes away. 1 casualty. We're going to call that worth.
That is definitely a victory for WE. EDG is able to walk in, smite it away. Now they get their own mid tower, and they can keep pushing. EDG haven't backed since that last fight.
This is going to be an easy second tower as well. Jomung, off the back of this massive injection of gold, might be able to finish off his Hurricane as well, which is a... Look how fast she is now.
Look at her go. There's no stopping her. But I think, anyway, like, Ashe is perfect here for continuing engages like this.
Audi could be in a whole heap of trouble. What an arrow. Round of applause for Jomung across the map there. And, well, missing is waiting. Not going to make a play just yet. Just going to be fighting for control of the mid lane before moving over to the Dragon.
Look at Missing, though. He's right in behind them here.
Oh, that's going to be an arrow onto everyone. Teachamo with the 3-man knock-up as well. Double kill for Jomung. Onto Mako as well. There's one for Teachamo. And they might just forget the Dragon.
Of EDG. Baron is still on the cards as well, though. They can just back.
It was completely wasted. There's no way out of the set ultimate, and it sets WE up for this massive play. Audi now getting caught. Oh, if that hits, oh my days. Stand on the lantern. Oh, you don't need to because of the showstopper. Audi can't get away. That was magnificent.
Everything about that play was absolutely perfect.
There's no way into this pit for you. Baron will go down here, smited away by Beisheng in the end.
Pressure that you could exert on the bottom side with this Ashe pick, and they played to it beautifully. That one turnaround fight at Dragon, they get a couple of kills, and they just don't let up the pressure. Now they're forcing themselves on towards this top lane turret. You still have a lot of ultimates available, just waiting for Teacher Maz to finish before they look for a super heavy inhibitor.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, there's no way you can contest with these inhibitors as EDG right now. They're going to move over towards the mid lane as well. That'll be 2 inhibs for the side of WE. And it might just be a Nexus defense remaining from the side of EDG. But honestly, the question is, can you actually defend the Nexus? If WE goes for the fight right here, they might just be able to tank both towers. They're going to try to. They're just going to destroy the towers because EDG are not pulling the trigger. Here we go. Showstopper on in, but the health bar's already so low. Taunt onto everyone from Teachama. Scout still surviving, though. Maybe WE have bitten off more than they can chew. Maybe not, though, because the Nexus is exposed. Audi desperately trying to fight. In comes Teachama once again. And the Nexus falls. WE with a masterclass on how to play Ashe.
And after game number 1 of this series, I thought it was going to be a quick 2-0 from EDG.
Yep.
They came out looking absolutely fantastic out of the gate, but quickly ran out of steam as this series went on. In game number 3, Team WE ramping up their play, finding the team fight victories against the team fighting squad, and they're able to find the victory in this series.
Fantastic.